Good afternoon, I'm Wendy Petrie and this is your midday news fix for Thursday the 12th of June. Sheep farmers will be smiling over confirmation new state houses must have kiwi wool carpets under changes to Kaianga Order's supply agreements. Public entities will also be required to use woolen fibres where appropriate. Federated Farmers President Wayne Langford told Ryan Bridge wool is the most carbon efficient product. He says this requirement is critical to rebooting the industry and it's fantastic the government's getting behind farmers.
Having one last dig at getting it going again, and I think we're going to be successful if we can support it like what they are at the moment.
Donald Trump is threatening the US rule of law by deploying the military to LA. Californian leaders are suing the Trump's administration for sending in federal forces to protest over the president's immigration raids. Demonstrations have broken out in other US cities. Auckland University Associate Professor of Law Scott Optican says Donald Trump hasn't followed the law.
The claim is, of course, is that Trump is simply doing it because he wants to provoke this fight with California. His anti-immigration stance was his main platform in running for election. He wants to look tough.
The Prime Minister says he hasn't spoken with Australia about developments on the AUKUS Security Pact. The Pentagon's reviewing the deal, saying it aims to ensure it meets Donald Trump's America First agenda. Under the pact, Australia expects to acquire nuclear submarines. Our government's been looking into the non-nuclear arm of the pact, and Chris Luxon says he isn't concerned about any effects upon that.
It's been left very open-ended. We're exploring Pillar 2. It's been, to be honest, quite slow going, and we are yet to be invited to participate in Pillar 2.
Former movie mogul Harvey Weinstein's been found guilty on one of 3 sex crimes charges he faced in a retrial. It comes after an appeals court last year overturned the 73-year-old's 2020 conviction in New York. He was once one of the most powerful figures in Hollywood before sexual assault accusations began surfacing in 2017. Sky's James Matthews says separately he was sentenced to 16 years in prison by a Los Angeles court in 2020.
Weinstein is appealing against that, so that continues on. And he's a man who remains behind bars because of that.
Aucklanders can claim another label, most likely to forget things in an Uber. The rideshare company Lost and Found Index released today shows Jaffas are serial offenders for leaving stuff behind. Phones and clothes are the most forgotten items, usually misplaced around midnight. Uber Consumer Operations Director Matteo Maier says with so many people on the move and so much going on, passengers in our biggest city are more likely to be forgetful. To sport, and Blues coach Vern Cotter is shrugging off fears around the Crusaders' much-vaunted forward pack and set-piece mastery ahead of the Super Rugby semi-finals. South Africa will look to continue a positive approach with the bat despite a pace-bowling-dominated opening day of cricket's World Test Championship final against Australia. The Canterbury Rams have recorded their 9th straight win basketball NBL after 70 of 7 68 home triumph over the Tauranga Whai. And Warriors second rower Kurt Capewell has thanked his NRL teammates for ensuring his State of Origin dream stayed alive. I'm Wendy Petrie. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at 5 p.m. from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.